Real thoughts, real trades, real journey. A video journal documenting the lessons learned on my journey to becoming a disciplined trader. Welcome to Trading the Journey. I'm Neil, and today I want to share a trading day that taught me one important lesson. Let's see what the market had to teach me. Well, yesterday, one winner, one loser. It was kind of interesting because at the end of the first trade, I was maybe just a little bit emotional about it. I mean, I did scream and, well, yeah, I did scream a little bit. And, but somehow I kept my head in it and took a second trade and won the second trade really in a big way, right? Well, it was kind of the same size a little bit in terms of price. That's the best way I could put it. I can't explain things well. But so let me actually walk you through the trades real quick. There were a couple trades that I missed here. Let me switch my chart here. And this was the 2-minute chart that I played off of. There was a couple of plays that I missed. Well, one really that I missed, and that was at the open. You know, I missed this power bar at the open, which this close cleared most of this, but it was valid because it did clear really recent swing lows. So I missed that to the downside. But I was also thinking about how this rejected off this pivot line, right? These right here. You know, we got a daily pivot, we got pre-market low, and yeah, and so it rejected off there, and so I decided to wait. But it was still falling, right? It was still falling. And so I recognized that maybe a waterfall could be taking place here. And so I waited for a valid setup. I hate when I do that. There we go. All right. So I decided to wait for a valid setup. Well, looking in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I don't know if I should really classify this as sort of a waterfall, but it came down, and here's this bear candle right here. Looks like a bullish engulfing to me. Let me actually see here. We got the low at 2896175. Or rather say the close 62, and the open, yeah. So this one's a bullish engulfing, very strong bullish engulfing candle. And so I took this trade right here. It came up and then it stopped me out here, but then I had another chance to get in. But at this point, and you can see it kind of formed a double bottom. You know, it kind of formed a double bottom right here and then a triple bottom really on over here. But at this point, I had switched to the 2-minute chart. I switched back to my 2-minute chart, and the trade that I caught that I won on was this 3 inside up right here. Right? Actually, it might have been this one here. Let me actually draw my lines here. I think it's this one here. Let me actually get my journal here and check my prices real quick. It was something like this. It was something to the effect of this, and you can see what I was looking at. Yeah, I think it was this candle right here. Was these two candles right here is what I got in. I'm sorry about that. So I got in, and this is about where I got in it. It came up. It kind of looking like it was going to stop me out. I was like, and in my mind, I was like, not again. Not again. I'm done for the day if I get stopped out. And it didn't stop me out. What had happened was it made another it made another 3 inside up right here, engulfing this previous bear candle. And then we see this engulfing candle. And then we see this and this engulfing pattern right here. So it was just kind of here, 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 here. And so it was kind of giving warning shots that this was going to, that this may, let me correct myself, that this may be going up. And it did. It came up, it was rejecting, even though it wasn't hitting these key levels right here, which I drew, they're right next to each other. This is a daily, the orange is a daily key level. This is where prices touched several times and rejected. And this is the pre-market low right here. It came up, it was riding that pre-market low, not even really hitting it. And it was hovering right above my entry. And I had moved, when it hit my 1-to-1, I moved my stop to just above break even, and it never touched it. So it came, it pulled back, consolidated a little bit, and then it decided to just shoot the moon. It decided to just move on up. We have a continuation pattern, and this continuation pattern right on a key level just, it broke through, it held here, continued up, and it gave me a 2-to-1 win for a nice, for a little over double what I had lost. I lost about 115 on the first trade, but gained about 275 on the next trade. So it turned out to be a very, very good trade. And as you can see, let me see here. Did it even reach 3-to-1? As you can see, it eventually did reach 3-to-1, and it rejected beautifully around this key area right here, these two lines. You know, there's a reason why this stuff is drawn. Rejected, you know, right now, I mean, this is kind of a valid line right now because it rejected once, twice, 3 times. It rejected 3 times and came back down off of the previous day low. So, did I know it was going to hit 3 times? No. But my rule is I took a profit at 2-to-1. You know, I had to take my profits there. So, yeah. So it was a positive day, literally and figuratively. You know, I need to learn to really keep my emotions in check and not, you know, not and accept the fact that I'm going to have losing days. Because not everything's going to go my way. No strategy is 100%, and it's just going to happen. And I may get on a streak. I don't know. So I'm kind of battling back, trying to, you know, I'm still trying to pass my prop firm challenge, which my prop firm is Take Profit Trader, because they have the easiest rules to follow. So I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be consistent and pass my prop firm. But I also don't look at my P&L when I'm trading. I switch off of that tab so I'm not worried about the dollar amount. And this kind of helps me take any trade no matter what the risk is. So with that, I want to thank you for joining me for today's lesson. The market has voted. Today's lesson is written. I hope something from today's trade helps you on your own journey toward becoming a more disciplined trader. If today's trade reminded you of something you've experienced yourself, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you enjoyed today's journal entry, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button on that video and subscribe to follow the journey. Until next time, real thoughts, real trades, real journey.